Hello there guys, welcome back to another review. Today we've got the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Coronation Starscream for review. So, just show you the packaging quickly and then we'll take a look at the fig. So here's the box. As we can see, it's quite a large box, one of those Leader Class sizes, so that's nice. Get a nice graphic there of the newly crowned king. There's a couple of seekers there stood in the background, and this is figure number 12 in the wave. Top of the box, just get the Transformers the movie logo. Bottom, all the legal stuff. Round to the side, just get a blown up image there of the same graphic, and as stated, he is a leader class. On this side we just get that same graphic again, and then the Transformers stamp of approval. Round to the back, we get a nice promo shot there of Starscream in his bot mode with all his King accessories on there. And then there's also just a pic of the alt mode as well, which is just the standard jet. Transforms in 29 steps. As you can see down here, they give you just a brief look at the backdrop that's included. And then these are all the accessories to coronate him. And there is just a brief description down there of the scene. So I'll show you the backdrop quickly and then we'll have a nice look at the fig. So this is the backdrop. As you can see, it's just the throne room scene. And yeah, you can pop the throne on there if you want to. And you can have Starscream sat on there. It's fairly nice. So let's have a look at the fig. Here he is, the newly crowned king, with all his brand new pieces equipped. Yeah, he's looking fairly nice. Cleans up pretty well, actually. If you do want him sat down on the throne, you do have to remove this cape piece, which I'll show you in a second. But all of these accessories are removable, so you can have it as a clean, just regular Starscream if you want, or you can have him as the king coronated Starscream. It's completely up to you. So you kind of getting two figures in one, which is nice. So I'm just going to remove the accessories for now, just to give you sort of a base view of the figure, and then we can take a look at these later on. Because there's a couple of places that you can store these as well on the throne piece. So I'll just remove these. They all just tab into little ports on him. So here's a look at regular Starscream. He does come with a pair of null rays. They're just on the back of that at the moment. I'll show you those in a sec. So here we are. He's got this nice glossy black head painted. Bit of gunmetal there for the face, and then he does have really sort of faded red eyes. You get more of that red paint on this chest section here and these little bits here, and then a black with sort of a gunmetal brushing over the top of it for the turbines. This cockpit section here is that sort of translucent plastic that they use. There's more of it up here, look, as you can see, that forms the fuselage in the cockpit for the alt mode. This piece is painted in more of that red paint. Just manoeuvres out of the way to aid the articulation a little bit. Get some nice detailing on the wings here. There's a Decepticon insignia and then a red and white stripe. The arms are cast out of that light blue plastic, so yeah, no paint on those, but they do look quite nice and bright. Nothing on the thighs, not a lot really going on with the legs. A little bit more of this blue here, and there's a little bit inside as well on the hinges. The toes are painted in that blue colour, and then they've got a little bit of gunmetal over the top as well. And then these sort of fins are blue plastic, and that's obviously grey plastic there. You do get two of those little ports on the heels as well, so if you want to tab in some of those blast effects, you can do that. Around the back, there's not a lot going on really. There's a little bit more gunmetal here, and then a bit more red, and then obviously that's the nose cone for the alt mode, and then back of the legs and feet, not a lot going on really. So that's Starscream. I'll show you the articulation in a moment. I'm just going to take a look at these accessories. So this is the throne piece that you get with him. It's just all in this purple plastic. I think it's a few different pieces that are just sort of connected together. As you can see, there's a couple of screw holes in there. And these are the standard null rays that you get for just the regular Starscream mode. And they just tab into these ports on the arms there. I believe this figure is essentially just a slight retool of the Earthrise Starscream that they did. So yeah, it's already a tried and tested mold really. It's not a lot to complain about really. Essentially you just fold these pieces out like that and they're going to tab down in there into those little ports. You just fold that down like that, and then you can do the same with the other one. Just fold up the null ray and then rotate this piece out that's in here like so, and then you can just tab it down in that little hole there like that, and then just bring that down. And then with the crown, just show you a closer look at that. It is made out, cast out of this blue plastic here, and then they just paint the gold and the red over the top of it, and it just clips over his head. But if you don't want that attached, you can just come to this section here and it just sort of soft tabs in. It's not the best connection really, but yeah, it stores it out of the way, so it's not too bad. And then the cloak piece, you can split it open like that if you want to. As you can see, it's on these double hinges, but I just fold it up like that, and it has got one of those 5mm posts on there that you can basically tab it in any of these holes, but it's designed to go in the middle one really, because the other two are for the null rays, and you can just have that pegged on the back there, and yeah, you can have all the king accessories just tucked away there on the throne if you don't want them on the figure. So I'm going to leave those there for now, because to get them into alt mode we don't need any of that stuff anyway. So I'll show you the articulation and then we'll jump onto the transformation. So the head's on a ball joint, so it will look up to about there. It will look down to there. It will go a full 360. You just got to sort of maneuver your fingers around these sort of thin pieces to get it to go all the way around. Shoulders are on hinges, so they'll go up to there. They'll go round to there, but then they're obviously going to collide with these wing pieces, and they'll go down to there. You can't really move these bits out of the way that much. You can sort of angle them backwards a little bit. You get a bicep swivel just there. There's just past 90° bend at the elbow. And then the hands, there's no wrist swivel, but it does go up for transformation like that. And then we do actually get some finger articulation on this guy, which is fairly interesting. There's no waist articulation because of the way this piece works for the alt mode and the transformation. This is on a hinge, so you can just move that out of the way. Hips, they'll go out to there. You're not going to get a full splits because, as you can see, they're touching that piece now. So no full splits, unfortunately. Kick out to there. So no high kick. It'll kick back to there. So not the best. 90° bend at the knee. As you can see, these knees are on like sort of double joints, mainly because of transformation. And then the feet, the toes will go down and the heel will also go down because that's the way it folds up for the alt mode. So you can do that. And then it's also on a rocker. So it'll rock out to there. You just got to sort of maneuver these pieces around. So that's it for the articulation. It's not too bad. I've seen better on a leader class, but obviously he's got a lot of alt mode kibble on him, as you'd expect for a Seeker. So yeah, it's quite difficult to get rid of all that stuff. Just going to do a quick comparison with some of the other figs that I've got, just to give you a sort of rough size comparison. I know he is technically a leader class, but he's basically a Voyager class. I mean, if I bring in, I've got Galvatron here. This is the Legacy Galvatron. As you can see, he's way taller, Galvatron is. Galvatron is like a proper leader class size and scale, whereas Starscream is... This Starscream is essentially just a Voyager with a load of accessories to boost him up to that leader class price point. So that's what it looks like next to Galvatron. And then I'm just going to bring in a deluxe. We've got Prowl here from one of my other reviews. And as you can see, he's a lot taller than Prowl, who Prowl's a deluxe and Starscream's a Voyager, technically. So yeah, you'd expect him to be bigger. So that's him with those. I'll give you an alt mode comparison later on. So in order to do that, we need to get him transformed. So I'm just going to remove the null rays as they go somewhere else for the alt mode. Right, onto the transformation. So first step, essentially what you can do is just bring this nose cone piece up like that. And then what you can do is untab the chest. And this whole section just separates like so. And you can just tab that together like that. Then bring this whole section up. It's on like a double hinge. And then you want to rotate it around and then fold it up into there. And that's just going to click into place like that. Then we can come to the arms. The arms are a little bit tricky just for the way that you have to sort of get one piece in this little hole. So essentially what you want to do is fold the hands up like that. And then you need to come to this piece here and just pull that open. So that whole thing just gets rotated around. Then you need to move this double hinge piece back. But you kind of have to give yourself enough clearance to get this peg here into that hole there where the hand was. So if you've done it correctly like that, it should just connect together fairly simply. And then essentially all you've done is shorten the arms down a little bit, as they're going to rotate around into these gaps here and just fold under there. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Close up the fingers, rotate the hand around. Come to this piece here, just pull that open. And then get that piece hinged over, like so. And then just bring that down. Fold all that up. Then what you can do is fold these arm sections in. Just bring them both together like that. Then once you've done that, you can take this chest piece again. Just clip that over the top like so. And that's that bit done. Next bit, you just want to angle that piece forward, as we need a little bit of clearance here to do the legs. So with the legs, you just want to come to this panel here and lift it forward. Do the same on the other side. And then you're essentially just going to collapse the legs in on themselves, like so. And then that piece is just going to fold over the top like that to close it all up again. So you sort of just miniaturising his legs again, as you did with the arms. Do the same thing on the other one, fold that up. Then we can come to the heel and the toe section and just fold those together. And do the same on this one. And then these fin pieces, just going to rotate around. And as you can see there, there's a tab slot connection that they're just going to peg into like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Just rotate that around and peg that in there. And then you can fold these bits out as well. Next, we can bring both legs together and just tab them together like so. And then we're going to utilize these two big tabs here to connect up the back of the legs with the rest of the alt mode. So it should look like that, nice and straight, connected together. Then you can fold this piece down on the bottom. And that's that bit done. And then the last step, you just want to rotate these wing pieces around, and then you move this joint down here so that that's sitting nice and flush in that gap. And then you just want to finish rotating the wings so that they're level with the craft. And they should just tab in like so. Last step, essentially what you can do is just take the null rays and they're just going to tab into the little ports on the wings here, just to create those little sort of cannons. There we go. Just make sure that's all nice and tabbed together. And there we are, that's the alt mode. Fairly simple transformation really. And as stated earlier, it is the same mould as the Earthrise Starscream. So yeah, you're not really getting anything new with this alt mode. It's not like they put like a custom paint job on it or anything for the Coronation. It's fairly big. It just doesn't really do a whole lot, unfortunately. There's not even any landing gear or anything, which is a bit of a shame. But it looks fairly nice. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'll just show you a comparison with a Voyager class figure, just so you can get a sort of sense of scale. As you can see, you know, Starscream is slightly bigger. You know, this is just Ironhide, the Voyager class one that we've reviewed already. Yeah, he is slightly bigger, but you'd expect that really, considering, you know, Ironhide is just a little van really, and Starscream's a big jet, so yeah, you'd expect him to be a little bit bigger. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you a little comparison there. So it sort of looks more like a leader class when you put it up against a Voyager in the alt mode comparison. But yeah, definitely in bot mode, he's 100% a Voyager. I've checked online and you can still get these actually. So if you're in the UK, you can pick them up on Amazon for, I think they're on there for $44.99 now, which is actually not a bad price considering it was, I think it was $55.99 when it first came out. And if you're in the US, you can get them on Amazon over there in the US as well. I know some of you guys that are watching are in the US, so yeah, you can pick them up on Amazon on the US site as well, and I think they're on there for about just over $49, I think it was, brand new. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll drop a link for both the UK Amazon site and the US one as well down in the description. So if you want to pick one up for yourself, you can go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. So I'm going to round this one out here, I think. Be sure to drop me a like on the video, as it is greatly appreciated. You know, it's probably the quickest way that you can give me feedback and let me know that I'm doing all right with these reviews. Obviously, I'm still fairly new to it all. And you know, if you want to, you can subscribe to the channel. We've got loads more reviews coming. I've pretty much just finished doing the Origin Jazz, which we're going to take a look at on the next one. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.